Mix TV presents the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show. Presented by Check Into Cash, your one-stop money shop. Also by Hardee's. Hardee's tastes like America. Now it's time for your local sports highlights and interviews with your host, Pat Benson.
Hello and welcome to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, brought to you by Hardee's and Check Into Cash. All right, football fans, we have officially made it. It is playoff time in Tennessee. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get you caught up on our final week of regular season football scores. To the Hardee's scoreboard. All right, so Friday, October 30th, McMinn County defeats Bradley Central. That puts McMinn County at number 2 in the region. Meanwhile, Cleveland with a big come-from-behind victory. Shout out to the Blue Raiders, 36-30 over Ooltewah. Walker Valley, statement victory, 55-0 over Saudi Daisy. East Hamilton gets the forfeit from Howard due to Howard had a player, I believe, test positive for COVID-19. So that knocks Howard not only out of their final regular season game, but out of their playoff game round 1. So Howard's season's over, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Chattanooga Christian School laid it on Silverdale Baptist, 48-21. Grace Baptist defeated Grace Christian 34-30. Fayetteville beat Sell Creek 42-6. And McMinn Central on Thursday night, a huge victory, upset over Brainerd 26-22. Shout out McMinn Central. All right, so that is going to do it for our final week of regular season football scores. And while we got you here and we're talking football, let's go ahead and talk about our schedule for this Friday, actually. First round of the TSSAA High School Football Playoffs. In 2A, we have Cosby at Meigs County. In 3A, we have Grundy County at Red Bank and Signal Mountain at Upperman. In 4A, East Hamilton will be hosting Sullivan South. Meanwhile, in 5A, Walker Valley will be hosting Powell. That's going to be tough. Ray County is going to be hosting Fulton. And Saudi Daisy will be traveling up to Oak Ridge. That's going to be very challenging for the Trojans. Meanwhile, up in 6A, Bradley Central, guess what? They're playing Farragut again, this time at Farragut. I think this could be their time to finally get over the hump and defeat Farragut. Dobbins-Bennett is hosting Cleveland, and Bearden is coming down to play McMinn County. So we've got a lot of really good matchups coming up, and I'm excited about playoff football. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to head out to Walker Valley, and we're going to talk to Coach Akins and a few of his players.
You are watching the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash and Hardee's.
Hello and welcome back to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, brought to you by Hardee's and Check Into Cash. We are here with Coach Akins and a few of his players from Walker Valley. Coach Akins, just right off the bat, I know it's been a crazy season. Could you kind of get us caught up on what it's been like for y'all?
Yeah, man, it's been it's definitely been a difficult season. It's definitely been a season of adversity, a season where you got to stay on your toes all the time. Because you really never know what's coming. But I'll tell you what, man, we've done a great job of staying positive, a great job of just finding a way to get to Fridays. I think our players have done a great job of protecting themselves and make sure they understood, how to stay out of direct contact and all those things. But in the end, man, we're just happy that we got a chance to get through a football season and have the success that we were able to have. So, it's definitely been a weird season. But I'm definitely not going to complain about it because being able to play it and have the success we've had has been made it really special.
Well, speaking of that success, y'all had a really tough start of the season. Ray County and Bradley Central started off 1-2, but y'all been on a tear since then. What do you attribute that success to?
We hit a bye week right after those 2 games, and those were 2 really hard losses. Having a 3-point loss to Central and then turn around and have another 3-point loss immediately to Ray. Ray County being a region game, that one hurt even more in my book. But we had a bye week the next week, and it was one of those not come to Jesus weeks, but just, hey, how do we really want to do the things that we said we were going to do? Do we really want to accomplish the goals that we laid out in front of us? And if we want to accomplish those things, then we've got to make some changes in the way we do things. And I think we, as a coaching staff, kind of changed our practice schedule. That was the big thing, I think, coming out of that is we kind of took some physicality off the kids, but then added some on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we changed, how we practice. We practice certain situations, putting ourselves in high pressure situations. So we've been there and we know how to handle it. And I think our kids have thrived off that. They've really kind of taken it and they've learned from those losses. And man, since those two games, we've played some really good teams with, White County. I think White County, we don't give enough credit to how good they were. And then East Hamilton, number 5 team in the state, and just the way we've dominated every single game since those two has been really impressive. And it's something that's never been done here. And we're really proud of it, making history, doing things that have never been done here. And that's something our seniors wanted to leave behind, is that legacy of doing things that have never been done.
Absolutely. It's been fun watching you rebuild this program. It seemed like last year y'all had some games where y'all came really close but couldn't quite get over the hump. Whereas this season, and hopefully I'm not reading too much into it, it seems like y'all made a few statement victories: White County, East Hamilton, Saudi Daisy. What's the difference between this year and last year?
Yeah, I think that group last year laid the foundation. They made us believe that we can do it. I think this group, these seniors, these guys beside me, they know that they're the best team there. There's a different level of confidence. I went back and read some of my early season conversations that I had with people outside our program, and they said, "Hey, how are you looking?" And I told them before we even started playing, there's a confidence about this football team that's different. They walk with a different confidence. They practice with a different confidence. They step on the field on Fridays with a different level than any group that's been here, at least since I've been here. So I think that knowing that, they are going to go into the ball game being the best football team on the field. And then, man, when it got tough, these guys made plays that we didn't make last year, plays that we just weren't ready to make last year. Last year, there's a learning process in how to win ball games. I don't think we're as good now as we would have been if we would have won those 2 games early in the year. I'm not sure we progress and grow as much as we've grown this year. So just learning how to do those things, learning how to win, learning how to be a consistent program. That's been the learning process. And I think these guys are really starting to feel it. And now we step on the field expecting to win instead of hoping we can win.
That is exciting. All right, Coach, without giving away too much, what's the game plan for Friday night? I know it's playoff time, and I don't know if you are making a lot of adjustments or if you are just going to keep trying to play your game.
Yeah, we got a great football team coming in. I've told people this all week. We have one of the best football teams in the state coming in to play us on Friday, but we're one of the best teams in the state too. And I want to make sure that we make that statement that we're one of the best teams too. That Powell has a great football team. They have a dynamic offense. They have a really physical defense. In order for us to win, we've just got to do what we've done in the past few weeks. And the number one thing is to cause turnovers and protect the football and offense. The last 3 weeks, we've been 10-0 in turnover margin, plus 10.
Wow.
When you have a plus 10 turnover margin, you typically win football games. I think offensively, we've been very consistent. We've been, we've done a great job this year of taking what they give us. We're very balanced. When you look at our numbers, we got 1,600 yards rushing, 1,600 yards passing in 8 games. So you're talking about we're averaging 400 yards a game, and it's split right down the middle, rushing and passing. So taking what the defense gives us, if they pack the box, then we've got to be able to throw the ball to win. If they decide they're going to spread it out and guard our receivers, then we got to be able to line up and run Tank and run Spencer and have success running the football. But, it all kind of hinges on our offensive line. They've done a great job this year, opening up holes and protecting Tucker and allowing Tucker Pope to really have a great season. And then our defense, man, the progress our defense has made. We got a great offense coming in. Mm-hmm. Guys like Lane and Brody and Spencer and Ryan have to do a great job on the back end and coverage. And then we got to get after this quarterback. He's a Mr. Football semifinalist. He's a good player, but we've got to make sure that we put pressure on him and try to cause him to make mistakes with the football. And I think we can get him to throw it to us if we get home with our pressure packages.
That sounds like a good game plan. Coach, one last question before I let you get out of here. I'm sure with limited capacity in the stands and everything, I'm sure that your revenue, perhaps, maybe I'm speculating, may have taken a hit this year. How can we as a community come out and support Walker Valley? If it's fundraisers or buying extra hot dogs at the concession stand, what can we do to help support Walker Valley football?
Yeah, man, our community's been great. We were really, I was really nervous back in the spring when we missed 3 fundraisers in the spring, and we ran a snap raise with our kids, and our community donated upwards to $35,000 to our program, and then we did a card sale and raised another $14,000. But throughout this year, I got to speak to some of our supporters. We've had 3 shutouts, and we do shutout parties every single time we do that. And Buffalo Wild Wings has been a great supporter of our shutout parties. We do pizza on Thursday night, and Papa John's and Domino's have done an outstanding job supporting our kids in that. Cracker Barrel on Fridays, we eat Cracker Barrel every Friday. So I think our community's really done a great job of putting their arms around us and really supporting our program through the daily things. If anybody wants to write a check, we're going to take it. But just people, giving what they can. I know Cracker Barrel, they can give us food. They can support us in that way. And they've done a great job in that. But listen, we're not lacking support. We're not lacking for people that care about this program and that want to see this program, find success. And I'm so proud of our community and so proud of our school for the support that they've shown these guys.
I believe it. The excitement around the program is palpable, and we can all feel it. And thank you so much, Coach Akins, for taking the time to speak with us. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to talk to 2 of his players.
You are watching the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash and Hardee's.
All right, welcome back to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, brought to you by Hardee's and Check Into Cash. We are here with Walker Valley's Lane Miller and Brody Swafford. All right, guys, I know y'all been on a tear lately. Y'all been on a winning streak. Let's start with Lane. What do you attribute the success to? What's the reason for the winning lately?
I definitely think the Ray County Bradley loss has really built us as a program and made us just come out wanting it more, come out stronger, just come out with a new level of confidence after that bye week we had. After that, like Coach Akins was saying, I think it just built us a lot as a program.
That's great. What do you think, Brody?
I think that just going back to what you said about the confidence, I think once we got over that, we realized that we should have won those games, and we realized like what we did, and the coaches had taken fault for it, but they had we all realized like what we had done wrong in that situation. Like we're up 21-0, up 21-7, and we just kind of realized, what we needed to work on. And I think we just learned how to finish games. And you saw it in the East Hamilton game. We were up, 21-6 or something. Yeah. And we just kept going in the second half, put our foot on their throat and just didn't let up and just kept going. So I think it's just like learning how to finish and just our confidence levels just.
That's awesome. All right. How do you grade your individual performance so far? If you had to put a letter grade on it.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough question, but I think I wouldn't be able to do what been able to do this season without like those guys around me, because without like the offensive line playing like they have, like Tucker making the throws to hit me like in stride, up the seam, in the middle of the field, on screen routes. I mean, it's just like, it's a whole group effort. So I wouldn't necessarily like single it down to just like my letter grade, just an individual performance.
That's fair.
It's just all the guys around me. So I'm giving all the guys around me an A.
Okay. That's a good way of doing it. All right, Lane, I didn't hear you over there. You got
yeah, like Brody's saying, it's tough to single yourself out, but I'd say I got a solid B+, but I mean, there's always room to improve. Like, I know earlier in the season I wasn't playing as good as I am now, but I still think there's room to grow. So we're still working. So
That's a good mindset to have. That's a good mindset to have. All right. What do we need to do to get a win this Friday night?
I think we just need to come out and play like we have. I think we have a great game plan going into it. I think we know that they're a great team, and we can't just because right now I don't think we're the favorites. So just going into it, we've got nothing to lose at this point because people don't expect us to win. So we can just come out and I think if our defense can shut down their quarterback, which is like I said, a Mr. Football semifinalist, because he's young, he's going to get pressured. And when he gets pressured, he's going to make mistakes. That's where people like Lane are going to pick him off. And, our defense is just they've taken the personality of our coaches and they've just become more confident. And once they step on the field, they just know that they're going to shut down any offense that's across from them.
I like it.
The offensive side, I think it's just coming out and executing. I think it's just not making dumb penalties, getting us in 3rd and 15 situations. I think it's just they're going to load the box. We're going to kill them with the pass. If they're going to spread out, we're going to punch it down their throats. I think it just goes back to just execution and just our game plan.
I like it. What do you think, Lane?
Yeah, I think right now we're playing the best football we've played all year. So I think coming in this game, everyone's really confident, and we just have that mindset that no matter who you put across from us, we're gonna do our job. We're gonna get it done. So I just think our defense is gonna do whatever it takes to win, and I think our offense is gonna keep scoring like they always do. So I'm pretty confident going in this game.
That's great. All right, I got some real tough questions for you now. Best sports movie of all time?
Ooh. No, sports movie all time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a football guy, but I gotta go with Sandlot.
Classic.
Benchwarmers was close.
Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers was I'm a football guy too, but that's a good movie.
Yeah, I love it. Funniest guy on the team?
Funniest guy on the team. Dang. I don't even know. It's funny.
Funniest guy on the team. Let's see. I'm gonna go with my boy Brian Criddle.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Best friend. I don't know.
He's really dumb. Just keeps me laughing.
I don't know. Yeah, Spencer's pretty funny. I think I'm gonna have to go with Spencer. Spencer keeps me laughing.
Okay. Favorite athlete of all time?
Man.
I'm gonna have to. I think Bo Jackson is probably my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dope.
If he had, because just the football and the baseball, I don't know. He's just a freak of nature.
You got that right. That's awesome.
Oh man. I don't know who I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna say Colt McCoy.
Okay. Yeah, that's from my generation. I like that. Yeah.
I'm going Colt McCoy.
All right, very cool. All right, guys. Lane Miller, Brody Swafford. Let's come out. Let's make sure we support them this Friday night at Walker Valley, guys. You're gonna have the whole community pulling for you as always, and we are now going to head back to the studio.
You are watching the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash and Hardee's.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, brought to you by Hardee's and Check Into Cash. Before we let you go for the week, it is time for our tweet of the week. This week, it is coming in from the Bradley Barrett's basketball Twitter account at BC_Barrett's. So we're quote tweeting here from the original tweet is from Tim Lounsdale. Tennessee Report, top 5 in Class AAA. Number 1, Whitehaven. 2, Bearden. 3, Maryville. 4, Stone Memorial. 5, Blackman. I don't see Bradley Central on there. What's going on? So Bradley Central, they quote tweeted. They say hashtag Motivation Monday, hashtag reloading. I'm with the Barretts on this one. I don't think it's wise to upset them. So it'll be exciting to see what Bradley does this year now that they're reloading and not rebuilding. So that's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Hardee's and Check Into Cash. Quick programming note, remember you can catch the Friday Night Lights football action right here on Mix 104.1, Talk 101.3 The Buzz, and Fiesta 99.1. Tune in early for pregame coverage, hang out late for our postgame interviews and wrap-ups. We've got you covered from start to finish. Remember, you can watch this show anytime right here on the Mix 104.1 Facebook page, the Mix 104.1 website, and of course, the My Mix 104.1 app. We'll be back next Friday with more sports updates and exclusive interviews. Thanks to Coach Akins and his players for taking the time to speak with us today. Shout out to our executive producer, Austin Chadwick, for making all this happen. I'm your host, Pat Benson. I'll see you next week.